Even as the world moves forward, some conflicts seem to stand still, frozen in a cycle of tension and turmoil. One such conflict is the Israel-Palestine issue, a decades-long dispute that continues to shape global politics, perceptions, and peace. In the spring of 2023, during the confluence of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan and the Jewish holiday of Passover, tensions in the region escalated dramatically. An Italian citizen lost his life and others were injured when a car, driven by a Palestinian citizen of Israel, rammed into a group of tourists in Tel Aviv. The driver was subsequently shot and killed by the police, adding fuel to the already smoldering fire. Meanwhile, 2 British-Israeli women were fatally shot by Palestinian assailants near the occupied West Bank. These violent incidents followed a raid by armed Israeli police on Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem's Old City, leading to clashes with Palestinians. These events, captured and circulated on social media, have only served to heighten tensions and draw international attention to the conflict. Interestingly, these events have led to a shift in public opinion, particularly in the United States. A recent poll by Gallup highlighted this change. Sympathy for Palestinians among U.S. adults reached a new high of 31%, while those not favoring either side dropped to a new low of 15%. This shift, however, does not imply a universal change in attitude. There remains a 23-point gap in American sympathy for Israel versus the Palestinians. This change in perception is attributed to the increased use of social media by Palestinians to share their experiences and the influence of high-profile celebrities who have spoken out in support of Palestine. Yet, despite the shifting narrative and growing sympathies for the Palestinian cause, the reality for Palestinians living under Israeli occupation or blockade remains unchanged. The conflict between Israel and Palestine is a complex one filled with historical, religious, and political dimensions. Understanding its intricacies requires a grasp of its timeline and a willingness to engage with different perspectives. With rising tensions and shifting global sympathies, the future of this conflict remains uncertain. In summary, the Israel-Palestine conflict continues to evolve, driven by a series of events that have resulted in heightened tensions, violent incidents, and a noticeable shift in public opinion, particularly in the United States. However, despite the changing narrative and increased sympathy for the Palestinian cause, the reality on the ground for those living under occupation or blockade has not significantly changed. As we move forward, it remains to be seen how these shifts in perception will impact future events and potential resolutions to this long-standing conflict.